Oh, don't be over, man. Damn it. Why isn't it 8 minutes long instead of 4.5?
Come now, swing wide those gates, 'cause I have paid my penance kindly, waiting time for judgment day. Somehow I knew my fate. Turns out the gods we thought were dying were just sharpening their blades. Have you been waiting long for me?
Damn.
I am the final dawn. I am the flood. What was missing from those scriptures will be written in my blood. Deep down into the mud. What good is all this talk of wings when there is nothing left above? Have you been waiting long for me? Have you been waiting long?
Alrighty. It's becoming a habit with these new freaking, pardon me, these new sleep token songs. It's becoming a habit for me to just sit here mesmerized. Let's go. We've gone 20 seconds in total. Ooh. Ooh. The gods, they were just sharpening their blades, you guys. They were just fucking ready. You know what I mean? They're going to finish up the scriptures with his blood. Oh, God. This freaking album is... Hello, by the way, my friends. Have a big hug from me. I hope all is well. I hope life is treating you kindly. I'm dying to get through these. I really am. And whenever I find the time, I sit down and record one. And you guys are seeing them like maybe one a week, right? So by the time you see this, I've probably recorded the rest of them. And shout out to my patrons. You guys are seeing them like way in advance. Especially, excuse me, I've got such a sore throat today. It's really quite bad. Pardon me. I'm going to keep losing my voice. I just did like a nearly 5-hour stream as well. I was talking the entire time. Yeah, you guys on Patreon, thank you for the love and for the support, by the way. Take hugs from me. You guys are seeing them way early. Especially with the whole situation over on YouTube with it. You know, they get blocked as soon as you put them up, and then you have to dispute it, and you wait 2 days for the block to go away, and like all that kind of stuff. It's a fucking right kerfuffle. I tell you what, you know, just demonetize it. I don't understand. You know what I mean? It's like you hate free advertising or something, you know? Someone's going, oh, come and listen to this band. And you guys are like, no, don't you say that. You know? Piss off. Anyway, this has an energy about it. You know what I mean? This has a particular energy about it. Before these two, obviously, as you know, I did Caramel Damocles Emergence, and I'm like, oh, shit, the bed. Then I did Past Self, which by now you've probably seen, which was so normal. It was so normal, you know? Dangerous, I really enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? Not that I didn't enjoy Past Life, but I really enjoyed Dangerous. And now this has come back to that, like, creepy vibe. You know what I'm saying? And he's being all deep and poetic, as he always is. But it's got a bit of a creepy vibe, and I like it. He's painting a picture, a very nice picture, that's a bit creepy, you know? I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. And that, at the beginning, it was like I almost want to say it was like 8-bit video game harp. You know what I mean? If it had blended into an actual harp, I'd have been like, oh, that was a perfect transition. It sounded really cool. And I'm liking this piano as well. And he's like more, I feel like he's more forward. He's more vocally forward. He's not singing on the chill. You know what I'm trying to say? He's very much like, listen, you know? Oh, anyway, I hope all is well, my friends. I really do. Like I say, I've got a bit of a sore throat and I've been freaking streaming all day, so do pardon me if my energy seems a little bit low or I'm a bit like, I do apologise because I feel a bit like crap. I can't lie, but I've got to get these fucking songs done. I just have to get these songs done, you know? Mrs. has been like, fucking hurry up. I want to sit and listen to the bloody album with you, you know? And I'm like, I will. I'm hurrying up, I promise. So sorry, love. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And there's only like 3 more after this. Ooh. Anyway, shut up. Let's go. Yes. He said it. He said it. I love that. Okay, I've always liked this since what song is it? He says Beneath. He said it might be Alkaline. It might be the very first one I ever listened to. It sounds like he sticks his jaw out like this. You know? And I really like that sound. It's like a very distinct vessel-y sound, and he says it here when he says for me. It sounds like he's putting his jaw forward like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen. See? Oh, that gave me chills. Don't be over, man. Damn it. Why isn't it 8 minutes long instead of 4.5? What's this clown doing on my screen? Piss off. Oh, more flickeriness. There's a whole battle going on. Look at this sticky, tree-like looking fella. He's got the head of one of them Star Wars dons. What's going on there? Oh, there's an absolute battle. Let me hear that freaking violin action again. Or whatever it was. Also, that piano. You know what? You know bloody what? Oh, gotta pause it. I have to pause it before it gets too... Okay. There we go. We'll pause it there with the long neck, weird head looking ass. Oh, what's this in the background? Damn. That, So, I've heard through the grapevine, there's an alternate order to the album, right? Picture this as the first one. That's very much would be a fucking awesome start to the album. You know what I mean? Not that Winwood wasn't, but like it seems very. It's very much like an intro. It's very much like you can imagine it like played as they come out on stage. The very first thing that they play. Imagine it. Just imagine. Put yourself there and imagine this song being played as the first song as when they come out. You know. It very much feels like an intro. It feels very intro-y, as they would say. You know what I mean? I liked it. And another one without the, there was no like super heavy breakdown. There was no punch you in the face moments. You know, I wasn't expecting the stringage at the end there. And I love me a bit of stringage. You know? And I just punched my desk, moving my hand. I recognised that, you know, when I said this piano, it's because I recognised the notes there. You know what I mean? But there's, like I was saying, I've heard there's an alternate order to the album. I don't know if I said this on a previous one or what, but I want to get through so I can listen to it that way because apparently it loops. And I want to hear that, like, desperately. I desperately want to hear that. You know, from start to finish, I'll just put it on and let it play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it's going to tell me two different stories. You know? These are getting me so in my thoughts lately that I get to this point and I'm like, what do I even say now? You know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing a shitty job at reacting, but I'm so like living in the moment and trying to decipher what he's talking about because they came out strong with those first few from the album. They came out so strongly with this particular message that like I'm finding it hard to not lean into that like what's he trying to say kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And then it gets me all off in my head, you know? But I like it. It makes you think. It really makes you think. And I like music that makes me think. You know what I mean? But another bloody banger. I really liked this. It sounds very, very much like an intro. It does. It really, really does. And I can't like, please let me know. I've said this, I definitely have said this before. Please let me know if you want me to, when I'm done with reacting through all of them, should we do a little cheeky chatting about Sloop Token live stream? You know what I mean? I'll pop on for an hour. We'll have a chat about the album. We'll talk about stuff. What do you reckon? Because I reckon that would be cool. It'd be awesome to sit and talk to some of you guys and pick your brains and sort of see what the heck you guys think, because there's loads of different theories about it all. And I've been doing so well to like dodge info that I'm not supposed to know yet. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. Absolutely. But yo, it's very cryptic. Very cryptic. And what they're doing right now, like as of, well, you'll see this in a couple of weeks, but they're doing like that. There's a thing, I think, for winning tickets to one of the festivals in Germany, and you've got to like get a password and decipher some codes and stuff like that. I like that. I really like that. It's really good. It's going to draw all of us in. You know what I mean? If I had any chance of getting out to Germany to go see them, I'd be partaking right now. I can't even lie. You know, because by the time the show comes around, I'll have heard all these. I will have. And let me try and do a bit of maths. So I'm currently recording this. It's the 20th of May. And then Past Self is going to come out in a couple days. It comes out tomorrow, the 21st. So the 28th will be Dangerous. And then this comes out a week after that, which is the 4th. So, right? Anyway, in about a week, it's my freaking birthday, and they're playing up the road at Download, and we were going to go. But we ended up not going, and I'm gutted, you know? I'm proper gutted. They're like half an hour, maybe 40 minutes away. I live not far from Donington Park or whatever. And I'm proper gutted. That would have been sick. Sleep Token, Korn as well. I've never seen Korn. Always wanted to see them. Oh, devoed I am. But yeah, to like, you can tell I'm a bit all over the place with my mind, you know what I mean? But to put this one in a nutshell, it does feel very intro-y. It does feel like it would have been an absolute perfect replacement for the very first song of the album. And if this alternate order rings true, then this is the first song on the album. You know what I mean? Which is cool, isn't it? It's cool that they're even doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Being able to write a whole album that will take you in two different directions if you listen to it this way or you listen to it this way. It's fucking, you know, they're so clever. They're so bloody clever. And I love that about them. I really do. Like, you know, I knew that right from the offset with the way even just Vessel's songwriting itself is like, it's deep and it's poetic, and he's very good at like putting across what he wants to put across, you know, whether that be emotion or a particular message or whatever. But then you give him all this experience and give it time, you know what I'm saying? And he's getting even more clever. The bloke's a genius. He's a songwriting genius, you know? But again, it was another one without, like, where was two and all that, you know what I'm saying? There was no, like, oomph to it, and it still gave me that same, like, that little vocal bit where he was, you know, have you been waiting long, was really aggressive and really like half screamed, and then a really soft for me. It gave me chills. It gave me absolute chills. Right. I'm going to wrap this up because I've been talking your ear off for far too long. I do apologize. But thank you for coming through on these. Thank you for listening to me waffle and just try and get out to you what I'm experiencing. You know what I mean? So, you know, I might feel like I'm doing a shit job because I'm fucking lost in my head and I don't feel great, but thank you for coming through and giving love and giving support to the channel. I really do appreciate it. And I can't wait to get to the end of them so I can dig into it way, way deeper. And let me know about this whole live stream shenanigan thought, because I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to leave you to your days. Much love to you all. Take a hug and worship. But shout out my Discordians, my Twitch folk, my patrons, and my elite. You absolute bunch of legends. All links below if you wanted to become part of the extended chief community. And aside from all the waffle, my friends, please do take care when you're out and about in the world, because you are awesome, and you are righteous, and I do want to see you in the next one. Peace and love, my friends.